Title: The Dead Bear Witness. His clothes were caked with earth, his eyes vacant, and his skin bore the pallor of death. The relentless sun beat down on the small village of Kipawa, its golden rays baking the ochre earth. In a modest hut, a woman named Elara meticulously prepared a meal of ugali and sukuma wiki, her heart a tangled knot of ambition and despair. Her stepson, Django, a boy of 10 with eyes that held the wisdom of an elder, was an obstacle in her path. His father, a prosperous fisherman, had recently passed, leaving a substantial inheritance that Elara craved for her own 2 children. With trembling hands, Elara sprinkled a white powder into Django's portion, a potent poison she had acquired from a hushed encounter with a sorcerer in a neighboring village. She watched, a chilling calm settling over her, as Django ate, his innocent chatter filling the small space. Soon after, he complained of a searing pain in his stomach, his body writhing in agony. Elara felt concern, her cries of distress echoing through the village as Django's young life slipped away. The village mourned. Django was loved, his spirit bright and his laughter infectious. His small body was laid to rest under the shade of the ancient fig tree, a place reserved for the most cherished. Elara, tearless and composed, played the role of the grieving stepmother, accepting condolences with a solemn nod. Her children, oblivious to the dark secret their mother held, rejoiced in the newfound attention and promises of a brighter future. 3 days later, as the village began to heal, a chilling whisper spread like wildfire. A child, a figure small and gaunt, was seen on the path leading into Kipawa. His clothes were caked with earth, his eyes vacant, and his skin bore the pallor of death. It was Django. The villagers, gripped by terror, scattered, their joyful noises replaced by screams of fear. Django walked with a slow, deliberate pace, his gaze fixed on Elara's hut. He entered, his silent presence filling the space with an otherworldly chill. Elara, who had been gloating over her success, froze, her blood turning to ice. Her children, who had been playing, clung to her, their faces etched with horror. Django didn't speak. He simply stood there, his eyes, once so full of life, now held an uneven emptiness. Elara, consumed by guilt and fear, began to shriek, her carefully constructed facade crumbling. She confessed, her words tumbling out in a frantic torrent, about the poison, the sorcerer, the inheritance. The children watched, their small world shattering around them. The village elders, drawn by Elara's piercing cries, entered the hut. They listened in stunned silence as Elara's confession filled the air, her voice hoarse with terror. Django remained impassive, a silent judge. The elder, a woman named Mama Zawadi, her face lined with the wisdom of generations, finally spoke. "The earth has rejected you, Elara," she said, her voice a low, mournful hum. "And now, even the dead bear witness to your treachery." Elara was cast out, her children taken from her and placed in the care of relatives. Django, however, did not remain. After Elara's banishment, he walked out of the hut, his silent, haunting presence disappearing into the twilight as mysteriously as he had arrived. The villagers believed the earth had indeed rejected him, sending him back to expose Elara's wickedness before calling him back to its embrace. Kipawa slowly recovered, but the tale of Django, the boy who returned from the grave, became a cautionary legend, whispered around crackling fires, a stark reminder that some secrets, no matter how deeply buried, will always find a way to resurface. The core lesson is that the evil deeds, particularly those driven by avarice and betrayal, will ultimately be exposed and punished, demonstrating that morality and justice often prevail, even if in extraordinary ways. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe.